This is my 5-minute gardening routine. Every day that I come out to my garden, I'm going to be looking for a few key things. And the first one is moisture. Did my garden get water this morning? I have it on automatic irrigation system, but sometimes technology can fail. So I want to make sure that I did get some water. So I like to pick a spot that looks dry, somewhere in the middle of my irrigation system. And I'm going to use my handy moisture meter here, this little finger that I've got, and I'm going to stick it in and find out how is the moisture down here. So what I'm going to try and do is pull up a little bit of soil. I should be able to clump that soil together and it should stay together, okay? If I squeeze this soil and water comes out, I'm watering a little bit too much. If I squeeze that soil and it's bone dry, like some of the very, very top soil here I can't actually squeeze, that's okay. What we're looking for is 2 or 3 inches down, right around where my palm meets my finger, I'm gonna wanna feel some moisture down there. Okay, so first, I check the moisture in my garden. Second, I make sure that my plants are healthy, okay? At a glance, you're looking for new holes in the leaves, okay? You're looking very closely at your plants. Take a look at this broccoli right here. What I'm looking for specifically is, how is my new growth, okay? I've got this nice bright green new growth, nothing living in there, okay? So I know that this broccoli's looking healthy. I could technically pinch and stand this one up a little bit more if I want to get it to stand nice and tall. Leaves that are touching the ground tend to pick up diseases, okay? So as long as we've got new growth and I don't have a lot of holes in my leaves, I'm going to move on to my next thing, which is, do I have any weeds that are going to become a problem? Well, right here in this section by this chard, I've got some like grass growth, it looks like, right here. I want to take these out because these look like they're gonna get tall enough to compete with my chard. I'm not worried about weeds that are like these down over here, okay? By these broccoli, I've got these little weeds that really aren't gonna compete with my broccoli, it looks like, so I'm not too concerned that these are gonna be a problem, okay? I might adjust my irrigation line so that I'm getting water everywhere, but I'm not gonna be pulling all of the weeds, just the ones that I think are gonna be problematic, that are actually gonna compete with my plants. And the last thing that I'm looking for, which is what we wanna teach you to do, is recognizing when you have some harvests ready, okay? These purple choy, these red choys, are actually growing to a point where I can get my first round of harvests. Notice the new growth coming from the middle, okay? We don't want to harvest any of our new growth. We're looking for the outermost and lowest most leaves. So I'm going to go through and do a really light harvest of the lowest growth leaves that I can find, right? Usually these ones are the ones that are almost touching the ground. So I'm pulling these, and then I'll grab a couple of these bigger ones too, and I'm just going to make a cut and just harvesting about a little less than 1/3 of the foliage. You want to try to avoid harvesting any more than 1/3 of the foliage of any of your plants. That's my 5-minute gardening schedule. I come out here, we're looking for those few items: moisture, new growth, holes in the leaves, weeds, and do we have a harvest? I'm going to add this to my little salad. This was my cuttings from thinning out my radishes that I did a little bit earlier. So now I'm gonna have a radish greens and bok choy salad. That's a perfect day for me.